Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve, or I should say Merry Christmas Eve. We are so excited because we celebrate, mostly the Hispanics, Puerto Ricans. I'm Puerto Rican. We celebrate Christmas Eve more than anything. We get ready that day. We make lots of food, kind of like what you do for Thanksgiving. Drinks, desserts. I mean, we just listen to Christmas music or watch Christmas movies and just sit together and enjoy. And at midnight we open the Christmas gifts, and then the next day we just continue the celebration. But there's a lot of traditions that I grew up in my culture, which I'm Puerto Rican, as you know, and a lot of that my mom passed down to me. I wish I would have learned how to cook like her. Not at all. My husband learned more than me, and he's Mexican. But one of the traditions that I really kept going, and that means everything to me, and each year we pick, what are we going to make? And most of the time for Christmas, we do Puerto Rican food, which is the pernil, which is the pig meat. We do arroz con gandules, and just everything that's Puerto Rican, plus the Puerto Rican desserts, which I'm going to do a video separately on the Puerto Rican rum cake that I do. And the famous Puerto Rican drink, which is el Coquito. It's compared to an eggnog. It's our official eggnog. So I'm just going to show you how I make it. Now, everybody in Puerto Rico makes it different. There's so many recipes. Oh my God. And everybody puts their own flavor to it, their own spin on it, their own style, what they like most, some ingredients that they don't use or use. It's just how you like it, how you grew up with it. And my mother used to do one really homemade. I just remember her beating the eggs and the sugar in a can and stuff, and I can't remember past that, but it was so good, and she could make it anytime, which was nice. My brother was the one that passed this recipe on to me, so I continue to do it like him, and it comes out good. Everybody loves it. I love it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So you start off, you got to have the blender, of course. And then some of the ingredients that you're going to use is, one, you got to get the coconut milk. It comes in different brands. The cans look so different. As long as it's coconut milk, that's what you need. So I'm going to get that close up. And then another thing that you need is the evaporated milk. You can get that also in any brand. It doesn't have to be an expensive brand. I usually get the Sunny Select. Then you get the sweetened condensed milk. I usually get the Nestle Lechera. That's what they call it. But it's sweet condensed milk. So like that. And it comes, like I said, in different brands. You can buy all kinds. There was another one that I found. This is a sweetened condensed creamer, but I have never used this one, so I was going to go with what I knew. So yeah, so you got the coconut milk, the evaporated milk, the sweet condensed milk, la lechera, and then you have your pineapple juice. So I just get these pineapple juice cans like this. And then you're going to need, of course, the Puerto Rican rum. Now this one, I don't know what's going on, but lately all the stores have the rum. It's by Bacardi. And everything looks the same except it says Santiago de Cuba. So, and I know Cubans also drink rum and they probably have their own thing, but Puerto Ricans have always been known to have, like, invented or were known for making the rum, and it always had Puerto Rican rum on it. Nothing against my Cubans. Love Cuban people. We're pretty much almost the same. Yeah, now it's way below here. Made in Puerto Rico. Way in the really thin line right there, but it used to be Puerto Rican rum all up here. So we'll take it. We're brotherly countries, so you can get that as long as it's Bacardi rum, and you can use the white rum or the gold rum. I've always used, which is this one, the Puerto Rican, the white rum, sorry. And I was used to that, but a lot of the recipes call for the gold rum, so I thought, let me try the gold rum and see if there's a difference, if I like it better, if it's the same or whatever. So you got to have your rum, and you got to have egg yolks. So you're going to take the whites out of it and just leave 2 egg yolks, which are like, you can see my egg yolks, they're right in there. So I'm going to start off, and there's no particular order, so I'm going to start off with the cheddar, the sweet condensed milk. And I'm going to get a spoon, and just, because it's really thick, so you do 1 whole can, and this can is, I can't see the ounces, 14 ounces. That's what they normally come in. So you get all that out of there. It's really creamy and thick. So you got to get a spoon and get it out. Then the next thing I put in is going to be the coconut milk, which is also a little thick at first. Kind of looks like that. So I throw that in. I got to get this top one come off. There we go. And just drop that in. Then the top of it's always really thick and hard, but then all the juice comes out from the bottom. So you do that as well. Then I'm going to pour in the evaporated milk. I'm turning it. You can't even see it. So I'm putting in the evaporated milk, a whole can. Usually those cans are 12 ounces. So your coconut milk and your evaporated, the coconut milk is 13.5 ounces. And the evaporated milk, I can't even talk, is 12 ounces, which is the normal size. And the lechetas, like I said, 14 ounce. So these are normal size. So we got our condensed milk, our evaporated milk, and we got our coconut milk. Now I'm going to pour 1 cup of pineapple juice, which I have here. And then the recipe usually calls for 1/2 cup of rum. I like to pour a cup of rum. So, but we're going to start off with the cup of rum, which I have here. Pour that in. And then the egg yolks. So pour that in. Okay, so we got all our ingredients. Like I said, evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, coconut milk, our pineapple juice, and our rum, and our 2 egg yolks. Then you put the cover on it. And then on this one, you don't want to put fast or strong speed. You start off with a very low speed because it really rises up. And you just let it slowly and softly just blend those ingredients together. Can't see my blender. Let's see if I can move the camera. There it is. Put the camera back. So I just let it slowly blend there. And usually for what I put this in, you can find empty jars. Like usually I save these. Once these are done, I save these. And I fill these up. Rinse them out, fill them up, and it's served because it's kind of fitting. It's Puerto Rican rum. Or when this is done, I'll keep this one to have a bigger size. Sometimes you could either put them in a clean, rinsed out gallon of milk, or sometimes I'll put it even in a jar. It's better if you have a glass jar, but when you don't, you do what you gotta do. So, and I'm gonna go up to medium now. Oh, see, medium, it doesn't like medium. It just tries to overflow. So then I stop it. Lift up the thing, and then I taste it to make sure it has enough of everything in there. Sorry, I walked away from the camera. Make sure it has enough in there, kind of stir it around, and then I taste it. Oh, it's so good. But it could use more rum. That's why I always put a cup of rum. The recipe calls for a 1/2 cup, but I always put a cup because you really still can't taste it. Depends, I guess, on how strong you want it. So I would say the rum, it should start off at a 1/2 cup of rum, but you can add more to it as you see fit, you know, how, like I said, depending on how strong you want it. So I'm going to put another cup here, and then I'm going to blend a little bit more just to mix it in with the other stuff again. So I usually put a cup, and this will usually make probably a whole one of these, or just maybe a little bit less. So it's usually just us here. It's me, my husband, my 2 daughters, and my son. So it's usually just 5 of us on Christmas Eve because we don't like to go anywhere unless it's some emergency or something that we planned ahead of time to celebrate with other family or friends. Normally we just stay home because we like to be out of the crazy people's way. People get really excited, start drinking and driving, and it's so scary out there. You almost have to have eyes for you and them, and it's just not worth it. I like to just get everything done, and when this day comes, just get our food and our drinks and our desserts done. Just get all not really dressed up, but cute. You know, I'm in some comfy clothes. I'm in some exercise leggings and just a cool loose top. We have a Raiders theme this year, so that's why I'm doing the black. And we take family photos, and I'll do a video on that. But okay, so that's mixed up, and I'm gonna stir it again. Yeah, see, I like it like that. But half a cup of rum would have been okay, but I like it a little bit stronger, so I do another half a cup. So like I said, you just start off with a half a cup of rum, try it. If that's not enough, then you can always add more. But if you put too much, you can't take it back. So I'm going to just rinse this real quick just to make sure it's clean and rinsed. And then I usually take, because this has this part, so let me see if I can't do this up here, so give me 1 second. Okay, so I had to do that. I had to pause it and do that over the sink because even though this has like a spout right here, and this opening is a little small, so it's really hard to get in there. So I like to do it over the sink in case it spills. It's in the sink. Just rinse it out. And I was wrong. I thought it just made one of these or a little bit less. But for some strange reason, look how much I have left, which is great. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I was thinking the jars, because usually I put it in a jar like this as well. And so I probably was thinking this one. This makes usually half or almost 3/4 of a jar here. But in this one, it filled it up, which is great. So this is how you have it. It looks nice. It comes. It's about the Puerto Rican culture. It's about the Puerto Rican rum. And so it's so form-fitting to put it in this bottle. You just save these, rinse them out with hot water, and that way you have something to put them in versus just this. This is okay because it's a jar, which is great. And you could put a lot more, but these are kind of like my rice and sugar jars. But it's something better than nothing. Like I said, I'll save this one and have more space in this one. Probably make 2 or 3 of these right here. So whatever you have, you can put in. Like I said, you can use even a gallon. If you don't have anything else, just whatever you put it in. If you're going to give it as a gift to a friend or family member, of course you want it to look really elegant. Some people will buy jars with poinsettias or some kind of Christmas decoration, and they tie a cute bow to so-and-so from us, Merry Christmas. So you could get really creative and do your own thing if you're doing it. If you're doing it for your house, you might want it cute just as well, but if not, you could just do it whatever you have. It's just about having the drink and enjoying it. Then what I do after that is I put it in the refrigerator and let it get really nice and cold. So I'm starting early. It's about 1:13 in the afternoon. So it's all about the evening and midnight and stuff. So it'll be perfectly ready after our dinner. We can have a few Coquito drinks. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that recipe. Like I said, there's so many recipes on the Coquito. You can look it up on Google or go to a Puerto Rican cooking website, or just a family or friend that you know that's Puerto Rican, and you can ask them how they do it, and you will notice that each person has their own spin, their own flavor, their own recipe, and it's all good. As long as it tastes good to you and you enjoy it, that's what it's all about. So this, like I said, this was a recipe that was handed down from my brother. He passed away 2 years ago, sadly. He was the one where I would get all my Puerto Rican traditions after my mom passed away, when she passed away like 18 years ago. So whatever I didn't get from my mom, which I got a lot, he continued the tradition, and he's very, very Puerto Rican, so he knows a lot of the original stuff. So he passed a lot of his recipes and stuff down to me, and I appreciate him for that. I miss him so much. So I hope him and my mom and my dad are having a very happy Christmas in heaven with God. So while we're here, thinking about them and having them in our hearts. So yeah, this is something that I'm very proud of. So I hope you enjoy it and make it, and let me know what you think. So until then, have a very safe and happy Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like I said, we like to stay home, be cute but comfy. This year was our Raiders theme, so our tree is Raiders theme. Our stockings, our Santa hats, my daughter made their Raiders theme. And then we have a side tree, which is blue for autism, in honor of autism for my son Alexis. And so, like I said, we listen to Christmas music or watch Christmas movies, and we just hang. This year, my niece and her boyfriend are coming from the Bay Area, so I'm really excited. And then we just eat and drink and be merry and open our gifts at midnight and just enjoy the rest of the wee hours and the next day, Christmas Day. So if you like this recipe, try it. Let me know what you think. If not, thank you so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas. Until the next video. Thanks. Bye.